can you actually use ChatGPT to save time as your virtual assistant to do things for you? Like, sure, we know about all these things it could potentially do, but as a business owner, as somebody who has a 9 to 5, as someone who's going to school, what can you actually use it to do? I've got 7 things you can do with it. That's not 7, 7 things you can do with it. And that's what this video is about. And if you stay till the end, I have 3 extra notes of caution, if you will, when you use it. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. You can use it to brainstorm. Like, sometimes you just need a buddy to go through ideas with, to let you know whether what you're thinking makes sense. And ChatGPT can be your buddy for that. Let's say you put in your resume into ChatGPT and you're a student trying to figure out what career paths to go down. And you tell it, these are the career paths I'm considering. These are the co-op/internships I've done. These are things I've enjoyed about it. What career opportunities are out there that I might be looking to explore, and like, what is the market like for them? And you can essentially use it to just think and brainstorm. And that's one of the brilliant things about it. The more you use it, the more you have ideas to how to use it. It's important to give it context. The more context you give it about what you're trying to do, the better the results you get. You have to tell it a little bit about what you're trying to do, and then it can build on that and do further research to give you the best ideas, okay? You know how every day you're always like, what are we having for dinner today? You can take that burden off because you can use AI to tell you what to eat. Even with Nigerian meals, I just told ChatGPT to give me a meal plan for 1 week for Nigerian food. I specified Nigerian food because I didn't want to be eating mashed potatoes every day. And it gave me akara, moi moi. I was like, okay, like, it gave me good options. That's one of the perks of it being a research tool that has access to so much information on the internet. You can use it to plan your meals. I wonder if it would work for like healthier Nigerian meals. Maybe you can see what it comes up with. Maybe you can find Niger foodies listing Nigerian recipes, which are actually available as well. Okay, so yes, use it for meal planning and save yourself all the brain space. Emotional labor, I think that's what we call it, when you have to think about the work you have to do in thinking about the work you have to do. Save time, save energy. Let's talk about content creation and how it can actually help you. You can use it to create blog posts, product descriptions, ideas for social media posts, and even the social media posts themselves. And if you're thinking, okay, but how can you do this? Let me give you an example. Start by telling it your niche. Remember, you need to give it context. Let's say I create content for solo entrepreneurs who are trying to figure out their marketing and business strategy. Okay, give me 10 potential blog post ideas for that. So that's the first step. I've told it my niche and I've asked it to bring ideas for 10 different blog posts. And then you see some interesting ones, like maybe how to never run out of content ideas as a small business. And you're like, okay, that's a good one. Now pick that one and say, write to a solo entrepreneur who is busy, that also has a 9 to 5, and this is kind of their side hustle, and give them 100 content ideas, and let's call it how to never run out of content. And then it starts to write. You can now break that down even further and say, first give me the description, now give me, and then gives you the description, then you go, now give me 7 points under it that, you know, relate to the topic. I actually kind of did that with my example of 100 content ideas and how to never run out of content. So I've done the work for you. So if you want to see the results and the free download I created from it, yes, I literally took the content, refined it a little bit, and turned it into a free guide. It's on my website and you can download it for free. ChatGPT works for you. Alright, this one's gonna be quick. Let it proofread for you. That's number 3. I'm the queen of sending messages that are sometimes unreadable and sometimes it spills into my captions. So I write out what I want to say and then I say, ChatGPT, grammar check this, add some commas, fix it for me. And it does the work for me sometimes. I find that you shouldn't just say, write a caption for me in this topic. Even though it can write a caption for you, but the more you give it input, that's going to be the main takeaway of this video. Give it input and let it work on it some more for you. Sometimes that input is literally me speaking to my phone and saying what I want to say in the caption, and then it's messy because iPhone's voice to text is just like, you just put it exactly like you said it, and then I put that into ChatGPT and say, shorten this into a 2-line caption, add 1 or 2 emojis, and it does that well. So go ahead and use it to proofread and save yourself some time on that. This one is one of my favorite ones. Use it when you're pissed. Yes, let's say you're building a new house and your builder was supposed to give you 90 days notice, but instead they gave you 3 weeks of notice and you're pissed. You've written out like an email that shows how pissed you are, and then you're like, oh, I can't send it like this. I'm a Christian. This is not how we behave, blah, blah, blah. So you take that email you've written, put it to ChatGPT and say, make this more professional and polite, but use my, not polite, because you still need to give them some, like, I don't know what that the action is, some, like, express your displeasure, but you want to be professional. So you can turn that keyboard warrior style email you've done and make it into something more professional that you can stand by. But it's not even, doesn't always have to be that extreme. I love that I always start with the most extreme example. Let's say your co-worker has taken all the credit for the work that you guys did together in a meeting, and you're about to like go off at them. So you're having a hard time emotionally regulating yourself, and you're thinking, okay, when they go low, we go high. So you tell ChatGPT, here's what happened. My coworker took all the credit for work we did together. I need to formulate a response to them, or an email to them, or a chat to them, and let it work for you, so that we won't be out here in the streets letting our true color show, or letting our true extraness show. Summaries. Another way I love to use AI is to do quick summaries. I love that when I join meetings these days, everybody has their little note taker, whether it's Otter, Fireflies, or the rest of them, taking notes for them. It's kind of nice, and they do a pretty good job of it. But you can take it a step further with ChatGPT. Say you want to watch a video, but it's an hour long, and you're like, I'm not about to sit here for an hour. You could watch it at 1.5x, or you could open that transcript thing. Did you know that in YouTube you can see the words the person is saying? Copy the transcript in 20-minute chunks, because I find that ChatGPT has a limit on words that you can post in it at once, and 20 minutes is a sweet spot, under 20 minutes rather. Copy that and say summarize this. So you do that 3 times for the 60 minutes, and next thing you do, you have a summary of the 1 hour video written out for you. To save time doing summarizations, you have AI to work for you. Alright, the final one before I give you my warnings. You can also use it to travel plan, or to plan your travels rather. Let's say you're going to Europe for 2 weeks, and you just tell it, hey, I've never been to Europe and I'm going for 2 weeks. I want to hit 3 to 4 major cities. Here's my budget. What cities should I try to hit? And it can give you ideas. Now, the budget part might be a little shaky, because I think knowledge is stuck in 2021, so prices have changed since then, so you're going to have to verify your prices. But all in all, it's a good place to start, and I think that's the huge theme of all of this. It's always a really good place to start. It will save you a lot of time that you should have spent reading different blogs and all of that, and it helps to streamline the effort. So that we are very grateful to AI for. But it is just a starting point. You need to still read through, verify that it's actually correct, because that's kind of the onus is on you to not trust it fully. It is just a machine for now. Alright, I just told you about all those good things you can use ChatGPT to do to save you hours. Yes, save you lots of time. But I would be leading you astray if I didn't tell you about these notes of caution as well. I have a couple warnings for you. The first one is that it's very important for you to have domain knowledge about whatever you're asking ChatGPT about. So domain knowledge essentially is being an expert enough to know if something is good or bad, and being able to guide AI to help you to refine its answer better, or to just dish it and say, yeah, maybe it doesn't know enough about it, maybe I can Google what I'm looking for instead. That's the first thing. The second thing I kind of mentioned is that sometimes it just flat out lies. They call it AI hallucination, I call it lying. Sometimes it's just wrong. I'm like, where did you get that from? You could have just said no. And I think it's getting better at saying, I don't have enough information about this thing, and it will say it in a fancy way that, hey, I don't know. And I think that's better than just giving you things that are just wrong. So I love that it's beginning to say it doesn't know, but sometimes it just lies. So please be wary of that. That thing, which is a bit of a personal gripe, is please, 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 you have to read what it gives you and infuse your personality into it. It has a penchant for looking at content and like making it sound a little robotic, which is what it is, I guess. But you are the one directing it, so you can say, yeah, that sounds too robotic. So you give it inputs, say what you want to say into a notes doc, copy it and say, refine this a little bit. So give it good inputs so that it still has some personality and doesn't sound robotic. And if it gives you crap, don't take it. You don't have to use everything it gives you. So read through whatever it's giving you and make sure it actually sounds like you, feels like work you want to put out there before you put it out there. I've seen a lot of captions, some emails that I'm like, ChatGPT wrote this, and I can just tell. And you too will be able to tell when you use them some more, when there's too many unleash, embark, or like too many apostrophes, too many emojis on it. you can tell that it was written by ChatGPT. And I think that's not the point of it. The point of it is to use it as an assistant to research for you, to help you get things started. But don't lose your personality just because you're using AI to be an assistant for you. And I was pretty passionate about that, because I'm just like, guys, I love the help, but let's not like lose our touch. Like, it's not here to replace us just yet. Let's at least use it for what it's good for, which is to do the research for you. I'm sure this video has been helpful to you, so if it has, please like it and subscribe, guys. It helps to support me. My channel is a growing channel, and every subscribe means a lot to me. I still get the emails, and it will be lovely for me to wake up to a flood of emails that you will have subscribed today. So if you've enjoyed this in any shape or form, please be sure to like it, subscribe, and you can also add your own thoughts. How are you using AI in your regular lives, in your work? What is working for you? What are some of your own gripes about the platform? My name is Fopsy. I create content around stories of resilience, relationships, small business, and a couple lifestyle topics here and there that just interest me. If you've liked my vibe or the kind of content I just listed out, please be sure to subscribe and then share with a friend. It means a lot to me when you support me. Thank you for watching till the end. You're the real MVPs, giving me some good watch time hours. Subscribe! Please subscribe! I look so cute. Please subscribe, guys.